The episode starts with a clear blue sky, and the blue moon has risen, casting its glow. Up above, Aileen is gracefully patrolling with her big, beautiful wings. Below, Seo-jun watches her and can't help but say how Aileen looks so pretty. He also mentions that he didn't realize the 9th blue moon had come around so soon. Then we see Seo-jun with 2 baby rabbits nestled in his lap and another one snoozing in his straw hat. Baby Bear is also sitting close by, gazing up at Aileen. Meanwhile, Mommy Bear sits on the other side of Seo-jun, who asks if she's okay, wondering, is Mommy Bear affected by the blue moon? Mommy Bear explains that usually the blue moon makes her aggressive, but thanks to Aileen's power, the moon's effects are way milder, making it easier for her to keep her cool. She even praises Aileen, calling her truly impressive, just what you'd expect from the tower manager. In front of Mommy Bear, Seo-jun has set out a pile of seafood for snacking if she gets hungry. Hearing this, Seo-jun breathes a sigh of relief, glad that things are under control. He wonders aloud if they should just wait for the blue moon's energy to infuse into the crops. But then, Husband Rabbit and Mommy Rabbit rush over, excitedly informing Seo-jun that the blue moon's energy has already caused some crops to mutate. Seo-jun, thrilled, plops his straw hat back on and rushes out to harvest. The scene shifts to Seo-jun happily harvesting. A bunch of blue cherry tomatoes have mutated. He's tearing them off their stems, surprised that so many tomatoes have turned blue this time around. He carefully places them in a crate, which belongs to Cart Titan. Just then, another white rabbit comes up, calling Seo-jun uncle, and excitedly tells him that the cornfield has also been influenced by the blue moon's energy. Shocked, Seo-jun jumps up, muttering, I knew it was time to harvest the corn, but I had no idea it was already affected by the blue moon. Curious, he heads over to the cornfield and notices a blue, glowing corn. Moving closer, he realizes it's not just one. 2 corn stalks have mutated. Grinning, Seo-jun thinks to himself that since Aileen can't eat the cherry tomatoes due to her dragon heart's instability, he'll save this for her. Just then, Aileen calls down to Seo-jun, admitting she's exhausted from patrolling. Seo-jun gives her a big smile and says she did an amazing job. Only because of her is everything stable, with all the monsters calm. You've worked so hard, go ahead and rest now, he encourages. Then he adds with a grin that he's got 2 blue moon stamina corn just for her, much safer for her than cherry tomatoes, considering her dragon heart issue. Aileen, clearly emotional and happy, thanks Seo-jun and takes the corn, saying she'll sleep peacefully tonight. Seo-jun wishes her a good night, but as soon as he turns back toward his house, he notices something strange, a corn cob glowing red. Intrigued, he steps closer to this mysterious red corn and sees it glowing even more intensely. Curious, he grabs it and breaks it off, immediately receiving a flood of system notifications. The system alerts Seo-jun that he's just harvested an exploding stamina corn. His job proficiency has increased, and he's earned 30 experience points, along with an achievement for creating a new variety in the tower. Checking its status, Seo-jun learns it's a C-grade corn with a 90-day shelf life. Upon consumption, it breaks down 30 grams of body fat, boosts strength by 0.5 for 10 minutes, with effects stacking up to 10 times in an hour, and most importantly, it makes the consumer's hair thick and fluffy. Seo-jun also notices that no one can cultivate this type of corn without his permission. Seeing that this corn has the power to make hair thick and fluffy, Seo-jun is stunned. His hand starts shaking as he lifts the red corn up high, and then he falls to his knees, treating it like some kind of mythical, legendary treasure. With tears in his eyes, he thanks the heavens, shouting, God, you are the best! He's been depressed about his hair ever since it was cut, and now this corn might just be the solution. Seo-jun quickly takes off his straw hat and asks Baby Bear, what do you think about my hair? Baby Bear bluntly replies, it looks like shit. Ignoring the brutal honesty, Seo-jun gets excited and jolts up, shouting, we gotta expand this field ASAP. He explains they need to start planting this new type of corn immediately. After seeing Seo-jun's aggressive face, Baby Bear told him to calm down, you're losing your cool, man. Seo-jun took a breath, calmed himself, and then, while peeling the red corn, pulled out a small grain and handed it to the white farmer rabbit. He said, as soon as tomorrow morning comes, everyone's gonna start planting this new type of corn in the expanded farming field. Seo-jun then got excited again, staring at the red corn and thought, now, the main problem is, how are we gonna eat this thing? The notification said the corn would explode and expand when heated, but how exactly was he supposed to heat it? Suddenly the word heat reminded Seo-jun of flame, and he thought, maybe flame knows what to do. The scene shifted, and we saw Seo-jun approaching the Flames plant. As soon as he arrived, Seo-jun's jaw dropped. Flames plant was almost double in size, and there she was, smiling all innocently, greeting him, "Master, I grew! I really grew a lot!" Seo-jun stood, surprised, in front of Flames plant, which now reached the height of his neck. Bursting with excitement, he asked, "Flame, how did you grow so much overnight? Was it the blue moon's energy?" Flame explained with a proud grin. "Yes, Master! After soaking in the blue moon's power, she felt this huge surge of energy inside she, and just like that, she grew. And soon Seo-jun will be able to eat her juicy apples!" Overjoyed, Seo-jun crouched down at the height of her, and she eagerly shared. Thanks to that, she also got 3 amazing abilities. Seo-jun was ecstatic for her, especially about these new abilities, so he asked what they were. With a smile as kind as ever, Flame began explaining. The first ability is the Flame of Protection. Curious, Seo-jun asked, "What's the Flame of Protection?" Without another word, Flame activated her skill, and suddenly, a mysterious blue flame appeared before him. The moment it appeared, the blue flame's energy began seeping into Seo-jun's body, slowly spreading warmth. At first, Seo-jun felt nervous as his entire body was covered in this blue flame, but surprisingly, he didn't feel any heat. After a few moments, he noticed that he could summon the same blue flame in his hands. He questioned, "Is this the Flame of Protection? It looks just like a will-o'-the-wisp." The system chimed in, notifying Seo-jun that the Flame of Protection had now fused with his body and would protect him. With a gentle smile, Flame explained that this power would shield her beloved master from harm. Seo-jun smiled back warmly and thanked her. "You're so reliable. I'll take good care of you, Flame." After that, Seo-jun remembered his purpose for coming and finally told Flame, "Flame, I need your help." He brought out his red corn and asked if she could heat it. "This is my new crop, exploding stamina corn, and the system says it'll explode when heated, but I have no idea how to make it edible." Flame studied the red corn, her expression thoughtful, and after a while she nodded, saying, "She thinks she know how to make this thing eatable." She instructed him, "All Seo-jun need to do is heat this without tearing off the leaves." Seo-jun, puzzled, replied, "What does she mean?" With patience, she guided him. "Just wrap the corn tightly in the leaf. Leave the rest to her." Seo-jun did exactly as instructed, covering the red corn completely with its leaf. Flame, her face alight with excitement and confidence, raised her tiny fingers to the sky and told Seo-jun, "Now, just hold the corn, Seo-jun, and listen, don't be surprised. Don't feel nervous. Just hold the corn, because my Flame of Protection will keep you safe." Then, Flame activated her yellow flame, and an intense yellow glow slowly wrapped around the red corn. Before Seo-jun knew it, with a small blast, the red corn almost tripled in size. Seo-jun was stunned, but surprisingly, he didn't feel any fire damage. Suddenly, a hot steam wafted from the corn, and Seo-jun was amazed. "How did it get so big? It's huge! It almost looks like a football." Flame, beaming with pride, urged Seo-jun, "Slowly, slowly. Open the leaf of the red corn." Seo-jun, bursting with curiosity, gently peeled back the leaf. As he opened it, he was shocked. Inside was nothing but popcorn. Surprised, amazed, and excited, Seo-jun shouted for Baby Bear, asking if he'd seen any salt. "I must have kept it somewhere in my bag." Quickly finding the salt, the scene shifted, showing Seo-jun sprinkling it generously over the popcorn. With a little mix, he took a small bite, and as soon as he did, his eyes sparkled. The popcorn was so crispy, so soft, so delicious. Baby Bear's eyes started to sparkle too. The taste was that good. One by one, the warrior rabbit and his new girlfriend, the white rabbit, tried it, and both of them were amazed. They'd never tasted anything this soft, salty, and delicious. As they savored the treat, Seo-jun noticed that Baby Bear's fur had become thick and fluffy, and Baby Bear, looking at Seo-jun, realized that Seo-jun's hair was also silky, thick, and fluffy. Both of them were basking in this emotional and happy moment. But then, bam! A loud noise echoed, startling Seo-jun. His delicious popcorn slipped from his hands as he spun around, looking toward the entrance. "What the hell happened?" he shouted. "Didn't Aileen put all the monsters to sleep?" The Baby Bear, Flame, Warrior Rabbit, Gray Rabbit, Sickle Rabbit. All the rabbits were looking up, nervous. From outside, Mommy Bear shouted loudly, "Seo-jun, come out of the cave, quickly, this is an emergency!" Seo Jun dashed outside, only to be left with his mouth hanging open in shock. In front of him stood a whole army of corrupted trees. But that wasn't all. This time, alongside the corrupted trees, it looked like an entire Plant vs. Zombies scene come to life. There was a corrupted poison mist flower, a strange yellow plant, and a sticky purple corrupted flower, all looking like zombie plants. The scene shifted to a long shot, revealing thousands of corrupted plants gathered outside Seo Jun's cave. Seo Jun, along with Baby Bear, Warrior Rabbit, Sickle Rabbit, and Warrior Rabbit's girlfriend, stood at the cave entrance. Mommy Bear and Baby Bear suddenly grew to a larger size, ready to fight. Seo Jun's mind raced as he realized, here I thought we could relax for a while, but why does this bastard have to appear during the blue moon? He remembered that Aileen had put these monsters to sleep, yet they were here. But Seo Jun pushed aside these thoughts, quickly getting serious. He shouted, everyone, it's time to fight! We've got to protect everyone inside the cave! Grab your weapons and get ready to attack! With his command, everyone prepared for the battle ahead. Sickle Rabbit whips out his sickle and Warrior Rabbit grabs his hammer. Meanwhile, those weird purple-colored plants start spitting sticky globs from their mouths like bullets aimed right at Seo Jun. Before he can dodge, those sticky blobs hit anyone holding a torch, extinguishing them instantly. Seo Jun's fire torch drops, and so does Sickle Rabbit's, both splattered with the sticky stuff. Seo Jun and Sickle Rabbit exchange disgusted looks. Neither one of them wanted to get someone else's juice all over them. But then, the sticky juice starts to evaporate, and a strange purple smoke rises. Seo Jun's eyes widen, but before he can even react, Warrior Rabbit kicks him back with force. Stumbling, Seo Jun shouts, "Why the hell did you kick me?" Warrior Rabbit, serious as ever, replies, "That purple smoke is poison!" Instantly, Seo Jun realizes the danger. The yellow plants nearby are releasing some kind of gas that's turning all that sticky goop into poisonous smoke. As the yellow corrupted plants convert the whole area into a thick, toxic fog, Seo Jun gets more and more annoyed. "Why do all these crazy things keep showing up out of nowhere?" he shouts, utterly frustrated. But Baby Bear, dead serious, tells Seo Jun to look ahead. The ground starts to shake. A low, rumbling sound fills the air. Then they see it, an enormous 100-foot corrupted tree, its eyes glowing blue. The system instantly alerts Seo Jun. This is a corrupted tree that's absorbed the energy of the blue moon. It's so huge that every other corrupted tree around it looks like an ant. Seeing that humongous, titanic, corrupted tree, even Mommy Bear got tensed up. With a sad, low voice, she said to Seo Jun, "Even for me, it'll be difficult to take down that titan." His face pales, his spirit crushed. Seo Jun's mind races with thoughts of everything he'd worked so hard to build. The farm, his house, the friends he made along the way. Is this the end? He wonders. A pang of sorrow flooding him as he imagines all his friends meeting their end here. On the other hand, Sickle Rabbit and Gray Rabbit are terrified. Gray Rabbit turns to Sickle Rabbit, admitting, "I'm scared." But Sickle Rabbit, with a determined voice, assures her, "Even if it kills me, I'll still protect you." Just then, from behind them, a mysterious, deep, and powerful voice echoes through the air, strong enough to send a huge gust of wind that blows Seo Jun's straw hat clean off. Seo Jun spins around, surprised, and the voice booms, "I will help you!" He turns, eyes wide, to see the statue that Aileen gifted him, floating right behind him. Seo Jun's mind is blown. How is this statue talking? Even Warrior Rabbit looks shocked. The statue, maintaining its deep and commanding voice, announces, "I am the great black dragon Anton, and also Aileen's father, and I will protect everyone here." Hearing this, Mommy Bear, Baby Bear, all the rabbits, they're all stunned. Seo Jun's jaw drops, his voice barely a whisper as he says, "Aileen's father..." What? Looks like Daddy Dragon's here to meet his future son-in-law. After that, the statue repeats again that he is the great black dragon Anton, and he is Aileen's father. On the other hand, Seo Jun, along with everyone else, is standing there like a baby rabbit and baby bear in shock. Aileen's father stands in front of the statue, his mouth wide open. Seo Jun, still in shock, asks the statue of the great black dragon Anton. He doesn't understand how the statue of the great black dragon Anton could be Aileen's father. If this is true, then how did Aileen's father turn into a statue? Seo Jun has so many questions he wants to ask the great black dragon Anton one by one, but there's no time because the army of corrupted entities could kill everyone at any moment. Despite the urgency, the statue of the great black dragon Anton replies to Seo-jun with a deep, menacing voice. Anton explains that this is an ancient statue created using ancient golem magic. Only Aileen's father and her grandfather could activate it. But, for some unfortunate reasons, their access to the statue was lost. The statue could only be activated if Aileen, the rightful owner, was in danger. But, for some reason, Aileen never activated it. She just kept it in the treasure room. When Aileen granted Seo-jun access to the statue, Seo-jun's life was put in danger, which is why the black statue was activated. Aileen's father is now able to communicate with Seo-jun and control the statue. Anton further explains that, for some unknown reason, he and Aileen's grandfather are trapped in another dimension. The gate to the 99th floor suddenly closed, and they can't enter the Black Tower or exert authority over the 99th floor or the entire tower. But now, thanks to Seo-jun, Anton has found a way to talk to Aileen. This statue was activated specifically for Seo-jun, allowing them to make contact with the 99th floor after years. Aileen's father, in his black statue form, bows down and thanks Seo-jun, expressing immense gratitude for saving Aileen from her dragon heart attack. Hearing this, Seo-jun feels flustered and embarrassed. He tells Anton there's no need to thank him. It was his duty to save Aileen. Anyone else in his place would have done the same, but Anton insists, explaining that Seo-jun must have realized by now that the entire tower is in chaos, especially the 99th floor, because the dragons are stuck in another dimension, leaving the tower unmaintained. Aileen, a little sick girl, can't properly maintain it. Anton then asks Seo-jun for help, and Seo-jun is nervous, shocked even. He doesn't understand what kind of help Anton is asking for. Anton explains that he wants Seo-jun to take control of the entire tower in Aileen's place. As Anton says, Aileen is immature and doesn't know how to manage or take care of the tower, but Seo-jun can. Hearing this, Seo-jun becomes even more upset and surprised. He tries to explain hurriedly that he is just a farmer, with no combat abilities, and has nothing to fight against the 99th floor monsters. Turning to his left, Seo-jun sees the army of corrupted entities closing in and says that he's so weak he can't even protect his farm and monsters from them, so how could he possibly manage the entire tower? This task seems impossible. After this, the scene shifts, and we see the humongous corrupted entities, along with all the small corrupted entities and yellow-colored corrupted plants, marching slowly towards Seo-jun. They are getting very close to him. The warrior rabbit notices this and calls out, telling Seo-jun that they're too close. If they don't act soon, they're all going to die. But at the same time, Anton, with a deep voice, tells Seo-jun that he's underestimating himself. Seo-jun is more than capable of solving this situation. Seo-jun stands there, confused and amazed, because in his mind, he's not strong enough to defeat these corrupted entities. Even the mummy bear can't handle them alone, so how's he supposed to? But Anton maintains his deep voice and explains that while Seo-jun isn't strong enough right now to manage the entire tower, he doesn't need to worry. Anton will help Seo-jun achieve the impossible. Seo-jun's mouth widens even more, shocked and unable to speak. Suddenly, the black dragon starts doing something strange. It lifts its wings, raises its face, and brings its neck close to Seo-jun, screaming at him. The dragon's voice changes. Now it's angry, and it introduces itself as Kaiser, Aileen's grandfather. Seo-jun sees this sudden aggression, and understandably, the rabbits get scared. They jump and fall to the ground with the baby rabbits hiding behind Seo-jun. With a threatening tone, Kaiser says that because of Seo-jun, he hasn't been able to see Aileen for a long time. Kaiser wants to puncture Seo-jun's head with his claws, but seeing what Seo-jun has done for Aileen, Kaiser's anger calms. He decides not to hurt Seo-jun. Seo-jun, still confused, doesn't know whether to be scared or thankful. But first, he introduces himself nervously, saying that he's Seo-jun and is happy to meet Kaiser. Then Seo-jun apologizes, saying that he doesn't know why Kaiser and the others can't reach the 99th floor. Kaiser laughs loudly, saying it was just a joke. He thinks Seo-jun is far more polite than expected. Yes, Kaiser was angry, but seeing Seo-jun save Aileen calmed him down. But now Kaiser turns serious. He notices the corrupted entities have gotten very close. He raises his chest, lifts his head high, and says with serious tone, "All this talk can wait. First, we need to clear these rotten weeds from the ground." Kaiser flies into the sky, his wings flapping vigorously, causing a small tornado. Seo-jun is almost lifted into the air with the rabbits barely holding on to him. In the next moment, Kaiser flies high into the blue sky, and we see a wider view showing how Kaiser's flight created a shockwave that pushes the corrupted entities back. From above, Kaiser looks down at the entities, and compared to him, they look like ants. Kaiser's eyes and body begin to glow, his mouth emitting blue neon fire. Kaiser opens his mouth and speaks with intense flames. "How dare these rotten weeds come here to harass Aileen's friend?" With that, Kaiser unleashes a huge, intense flamethrower. The entire statue glows in blue, and in just a split second, the flamethrower rains down on all the corrupted entities. The flamethrower fell so fast that the corrupted entities didn't even have time to blink. They didn't know what hit them. As soon as the flamethrower touched them, they melted on the spot. And then there was a huge blast, so strong it looked like a massive explosion from 500 feet away. The entire 99th floor began to shake. The shockwave of the blast spread everywhere, rumbling through the entire floor. Meanwhile, in the Black Tower, Aileen was sleeping peacefully, dreaming away. In her dream, she was playing Doctor with Seo-jun. Seo-jun had become the doctor, and Aileen was the patient. If you also want to play Doctor, make sure to complete 6,900 likes and subscribe if you're new. Now let's continue. Then, the scene shifts. We're shown the aftermath. A huge hole in the ground left by Kaiser's flamethrower. The flamethrower was so hot and potent that the entire area turned into red magma. The earth itself melted. The heat was so intense it reached Seo-jun. Luckily, Mommy Bear had covered Seo-jun with her paws, shielding him from being thrown by the shockwave. Baby Bear had done the same, protecting all the baby rabbits from the impact. When the smoke cleared and the shockwave settled, Seo-jun crawled out from under Mommy Bear's paws. He stood there, shocked, seeing the entire mountain had disappeared from just a single attack from the Black Dragon. Is this the real power of the 99th floor Black Dragon? Seo-jun wondered, still in awe. Then, Kaiser comes flying down to Seo-jun and calls out his name. Seo-jun, feeling nervous again, watches as Kaiser lands. In his deep voice, Kaiser instructs Seo-jun to head to the spot where he had just obliterated all the corrupted entities. Kaiser tells him that there's an item there, something that will help Seo-jun become strong. Seo-jun, surprised, begins to wonder what kind of item could possibly make him strong in such a short time. Seo-jun waits for about 10 minutes because the whole area was still melting with magma, and it wasn't safe to approach just yet. Even after 15 minutes, when Seo-jun finally stands before the huge hole, the area is still scorching hot, with smoke rising from the ground. Seo-jun, being careful, makes his way down into the hole, accompanied by Baby Bear. As they descend, Seo-jun warns Baby Bear to be careful because the area is still dangerously hot. After that, Seo-jun notices a blue glowing object in front of the Baby Bear. The Baby Bear, with curiosity, tells Seo-jun to go check it out. As Seo-jun approaches, he sees it, a blue glowing seed. Seo-jun, curious as ever, stands right in front of the seed, examining it closely. He's about to pick it up, but on his right, the warrior rabbit stands guard, while on the left, the Baby Bear watches closely, making sure no corrupted entities are lurking nearby. Finally, Seo-jun takes the mysterious seed into his hands, and the system immediately kicks in, analyzing it. The system's window notifies Seo-jun of the seed's status. It's the enhanced seed of the corrupted fallen entity. This seed, having absorbed the energy of the blue moon, has been strengthened. Consuming it will permanently increase all stats by 10 points. But there's a catch. If left on the ground, this seed would germinate into a powerful, corrupted entity. Seeing this, Seo-jun is in shock. His mouth is wide open because he realizes just how legendary this item is. Normally, leveling up only gives you a single stat point per level, but consuming this seed, it's the equivalent of leveling up 50 to 60 times. This was more than just a big deal, it was game-changing. Kaiser suddenly lands beside him, telling Seo-jun in his deep voice that Seo-jun needs to eat the seed. This would make Seo-jun's weak, pathetic body stronger. While it wouldn't make him strong enough to defeat an entire corrupted army on his own, it would be the first step toward becoming powerful enough to manage the tower. Kaiser explains that this is the beginning of Seo-jun's journey to strength. But Seo-jun, feeling a bit uneasy, makes a request. He asks Kaiser, "This is a corrupted entity's seed. Wouldn't eating it raw be a bit strange? Can I cook it first?" Hearing the word cooking, Kaiser gets a bit confused. He asks Seo-jun, "Can you even cook? Do you have the equipment? Cooking in the tower is no ordinary thing. It's magic. Cooking inside the tower is like upgrading an item to a higher level, almost like witchcraft. Seo-jun explains that while he does have cooking equipment, he hasn't brought it with him, so he plans to cook the seed once they return to the cave. After this, Kaiser asks if Seo-jun has any other items he's cooked or grown inside the tower. Seo-jun pulls out a few magic cherry tomatoes, handing them to Kaiser. Seo-jun's a bit confused about how Kaiser would take the cherry tomatoes to his real body, but Kaiser explains that there's a warp gate inside the tower. Anything Kaiser consumes in this form will teleport directly to his real body. Even Seo-jun, if eaten by Kaiser, would teleport to his true form. Then the scene shifts. We see Kaiser in his real form sitting on a black gaming chair. It looks like he's wearing a futuristic VR headset controlling the black-colored statue we've seen before. Kaiser is curious, examining the magic cherry tomatoes that Seo-jun handed him. Kaiser wonders, after eating this, did it help Aileen's dragon heart grow stronger? Did it enhance her mana? Meanwhile, Anton is observing everything through a holographic recording. He sees how Seo-jun fed the baby bear and other monsters red loctus, and was also eating other delicious-looking things. After that, Anton checks what Seo-jun has done in detail. How Seo-jun has grown different types of food crops and even eats them as well. Anton is shocked to see how a creature, which usually comes in tens of thousands and spreads destruction everywhere, was defeated by Seo-jun. And now he's eating it with pleasure. Normally, red loctus is poisonous, but thanks to Seo-jun's cooking, it has become edible. Seo-jun has not only defeated such a dangerous beast, but he's also feeding it to everyone in the tower. That's right, he solved two problems at once. He defeated red loctus, and he's helping solve the food problem in the entire tower. And not just that, Seo-jun is growing weird edible crops which are magical. By eating these crops, even Aileen is slowly getting cured. Anton starts to wonder, is Seo-jun really just a tower farmer? He's heard very little about this class in all these years, and even Anton has little knowledge about it. After this, Kaiser comes running to Anton. Anton wonders what happened. Did something happen to Seo-jun? Kaiser explains that he has handled the entire situation, and then he shows Anton a cherry tomato. Anton gets tensed. Is there a problem with the cherry tomato? But with a smiling face, Kaiser gives Anton a thumbs up, saying that the cherry tomato is really delicious and juicy. He wants more of it. Seeing Kaiser's happy face, Anton is also shocked. On the other hand, Seo-jun again and again calls out Kaiser's name in front of the black dragon statue, but Kaiser is busy eating Seo-jun's cherries. Seo-jun doesn't understand why Kaiser has suddenly stopped replying. So Seo-jun turns around and tells the baby bear and the black rabbit that they should get out of here quickly and go home. He's hungry and sleepy, but the baby bear and the black rabbit are standing in front of a huge branch. Seo-jun walks over, and the baby bear is insisting on taking the huge branch home. We see the humongous branch, almost double the size of Mommy Bear, lying on the ground, and the baby bear wants it as his weapon. Seo-jun checks the system and realizes that this is a drop item from the corrupted entity. But Seo-jun tells Baby Bear that it's too big to take home. Seeing this, Baby Bear gets a bit upset and sad, but he understands. Seo-jun promises him that next time, when Theo returns, he will bring Baby Bear a very good weapon. Baby Bear agrees, but just as they are about to leave, Seo-jun hears a noise. He turns around and sees Baby Bear picking up the huge branch. Seo-jun is about to scream at Baby Bear, telling him that he already said they can't take it home. But suddenly, the huge tree branch starts shrinking. It shrinks so small that it fits perfectly in Baby Bear's hands. Seeing this, Seo-jun and the Black Warrior Rabbit are both shocked. Baby Bear, with a smiling face, asks Seo-jun if he can take the branch home now. The system notifies Seo-jun that the branch is actually a weapon that Baby Bear can make big or small at will. Seo-jun watches as the branch fuses with Baby Bear, becoming his personal weapon. Seo-jun and the Black Warrior Rabbit are blown away. Baby Bear is posing with sparkling eyes, absolutely thrilled with his new weapon. And so, with that, the episode ends here. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to write applesauce in the comments. Goodbye.